Hey guys, I'm just gonna give you a basic brief through tutorial of Cinema 4D, all the basic buttons. This is basically you'll start out there every time unless you open a existing profile or save, I guess I should say, but up here the first thing I want to get to is these buttons. I mean, you can move your screen around with them. You can go forward, zoom in, zoom out, rotate. And then this, I wouldn't mess with that till you're advanced. And all of these, I think to rotate, it's alt, click, and then turn. Yeah. And maybe control is to zoom in and out. No. I don't know. I usually just use these, but... And if you ever get to the screen, don't worry. Just click on the top left, and you need to click with your mouse wheel. You'll be back to normal. Most of your main building tools are right up here in this column here. I mean, you can see you have your cubes, spheres, cones, cylinders, stuff like that. And then this, just they're things, but they just aren't 3D. I mean, you can add 3D to some of them, like text. I mean, because if you just put anything in there and then you click on the render button up here, you don't see it, but this is where most of your stuff will get its 3D. Extrude, you just add it to it, and then you can see it. So it's a little thing. And these are your rendering tools up here. Full render, output, what you want to save it as, how big, what definition, you know. And the thing is with this is if you put 320 by like say 250, it's gonna be small when you render it. And a big thing is if you're making a movie, always go to AVI Movie. If it's moving anything, just go to AVI Movie. The rest of this stuff is just pictures and more advanced stuff, and well, I shouldn't say more advanced, but just different stuff. And multipass, don't really worry about any of this. You can save a lot of rendering time by just putting both of these down to 6. I'd say it maybe about 10 to 20% quicker, and it looks no different. Anyways, those are your rendering tools, and if you want to just take a look at the render where it's at right now, just see how it looks, you click this button. I don't have anything on there right now, so I'll put something down quick. Put a reflecting floor down, I guess. The texting, like I said, put whatever you want in. Just add a little bit of extrude nerbs, whatever you call it, I don't know. And then, yeah, you can adjust the width that you want it, 80, 100, 1000, 0, you know, whatever you want, I guess. Anyways, moving on. When you have objects like this, these are your tools for editing those objects. You can move it around with by clicking on this one. I recommend using these because if you just put it in the middle and just move it around free-handed, it most of the times you get messed up pretty bad. But if you ever do that, you can either click the undo button up here, like if you make any mistake, you can just click the undo, and if you went too far, you can go like that, but the undo button is usually just Control Z. And then this is your sizing meter. Makes it bigger, smaller. No. If you want it to look big, I guess, and have smaller text underneath it. Rotating. I mean, this mostly takes part in building projects and making stuff spin when, like, for example, I'll get to it later, but if you're making something spin, just add a keyframe, click this, go to 40, make sure you don't do anything from the time you want it to be still, and keep 2 here, and maybe to 90 will make it spin twice. And it automatically adds it, and then you go to the beginning. Do that, you know. Yeah, but anyways, and then you can tilt it down, forward, really whatever you want. If you hold down shift too, if you hold down shift, it goes by 5s. It's a lot easier to work with, you know. And yeah, that's basically all the basic things. Oh, I almost forgot. Color. You can do color down here by using the shaders. I mean, most of it I don't even understand. I mean, they look pretty cool, but I mean, most of the time you can never even read them. I guess I don't understand it, but I have not used any of this on in any of my intros. I mean, it's really not worth it. I mean, I'm sure someone knows. The only shader I've ever used is Nuki. It's really a simplified version. I used to use it, but now I don't. You know, you can mess around with it, do whatever. But if you double click down here, you can make your own color. There's reflection, transparency, all that good stuff. Color here. It's really simple, actually. I mean, you can really, I mean, even beginner stuff is really cool on here. One of the first things I learned to do is make text and stuff. I don't know if you guys want to learn about it, but if not, that's it. I'll have a text video up too, so you can just go to that if you want to learn some more. See you.